Dallas is one of America's biggest cities, yet has no police vice unit. Police Chief Renee Hall got rid of it after she took over.
Hundreds of cases involving gambling and human trafficking now get lumped in with everything else. And violent crime is up.
Now, a lot of people question what led to Chief Hall's decision. News 8's Tanya Iser has some new details.
It's been almost 3 months since Chief Renee Hall abruptly disbanded the vice unit and ordered an outside review.
We saw some irregularities, some inconsistency.
In the fallout, Hall demoted 2 chiefs, Deputy Chief Gil Garza and his boss, Assistant Chief Gary Tittle, saying they'd failed to implement reforms recommended by an audit.
There were no changes made.
But a memo written by Garza directly disputes Hall's contention that no changes were made. He writes that when he took over supervision in the fall of 2016, he found oversight was limited and the unit was rife with compliance issues, concerns related to undercover gambling operations and sloppy documentation of the money. His attorney, Jane Bishkin.
Gil's job when he got transferred there in September was to find out what's wrong with Vice. That was his job, and that's exactly what he did.
The memo lays out Garza's growing frustrations with senior command, including then interim chief David Hughes, over repeated refusals to allow him to transfer the 3 sergeants in the vice unit.
During this transition period, that there were a lot of things that just sat stale.
In the memo, Garza writes that despite the obstacles, we had no choice but to implement our audit team's recommendations to address and correct the failures, negligence, and inconsistencies that were uncovered with the existing personnel.
For her to hold him accountable for things that he really had no authority to implement, I think is extremely unfair.
We reached out to Chief Hall, and she said via email that the outside assessment is continuing and that there's no timeline for when or if the vice unit will be reinstated. Some would say that makes it an easier time to be a hooker or gambler in the city of Dallas. Tanya Iser, Channel 8 News.